In today's video, I'm going to be coaching you all about how to hold the golf club. So if you are brand new to golf, this video is going to be perfect for you. And if you're not a new golfer and you're just returning to this video for a top up, it's going to be a great way to remind yourself on exactly how you need to hold this grip to prevent the golf ball from going everywhere. The grip is the only thing that connects you to the golf club. And it's the one thing that we are really in control of making sure it's correct, because it's not an in-swing change. It's basically a static position, and we're in complete control of static position. So if you are a returning golfer coming for a top up, then although the change will feel strange, it's the easier change because the golf club's not even traveling. If you're a brand new golfer, really take note on all of these points within the video. Build the grip, and it's something that you can build on a daily basis even when you're not playing golf, because if you can maintain your grip, then you can become a really good golfer. But before we even put our hands on this golf club, we need to know where this is pointed. So this is the club face, and the club face needs to point straight at the target. You'll often hear me refer to this as pointing square to the target, straight and square to the target. And if this points to the right, the ball will go right. If this points to the left, the ball will go left. So we need to control this as best we can. And the only way we can do it, as I've already mentioned, is through our grip, because it's the only thing holding this golf, of us holding and controlling this golf club. Put the golf club in behind the golf ball, making sure that club face is at a 90-degree angle to our target. Best way to maybe help us is by actually using the grip. A lot of these grips have some sort of picture or guide on them. Picture, guide, or writing on them. Lambkin, in my case, is pointing straight down. If I get Lambkin pointing more round to the left, the club face will point left. If I have Lambkin pointing to the right, the club face will point right. So I want to get Lambkin pointing nice and straight. There's more lines on some grips that actually help you build the grip as well. So depending on what golf clubs and what grips you've got, you could actually have a full-on guide on your grip so you know where to put your thumbs and fingers. But first of all, we're going to build this from the left hand. All right, so the left hand is the lead hand. So as a right-handed golfer, it's my left hand that will be wearing the glove. And the glove is there for additional grip and comfort as well. So it's the left hand is pretty much the whole of the hand is on the golf grip. Whereas on the right hand, I kind of overlap a little bit into my left hand. So I don't need as much grip as what this left hand does. And it doesn't become as uncomfortable as what the left hand does as well. And sometimes you can get blisters if you're putting your hands in bad positions on the club. So that's usually a good identifier as to whether you've got a good grip or not. To build the grip, we're going to make sure we get the bottom of the little finger to the middle of the index finger underneath the very bottom of the grip. Space the fingers out a little bit as well, so you've got a little bit of gap in between them, and then put that lead hand over the top. You will then see a line between index finger and thumb that points up towards your right shoulder. You will also see that you can notice the two top knuckles. So on your index finger and your middle finger, you can see the top knuckles. What I've actually told a lot of my students to do is grab a marker pen and just put a couple of dots on there. Make sure that you can see those two dots at setup. If you can't see them, the hand's too far under. If you can see the other knuckles as well, the hand's too far over. So it's a great checkpoint, particularly when you're out on the golf course and when you're at the driving range hitting lots of balls as well. You will find that the more golf balls you hit and the more practice you hit, the grip could slide into what you feel is a more comfortable position. But please be aware that sometimes comfort is not always a good thing in this game. Once the left hand is on, we're going to bring the right hand in. So the right hand as well is going to come in not from underneath and not from over the top. It's going to let it hang completely naturally. You'll notice the palm of your hand is pointing towards the side of the grip. And then we're just going to put the bottom of the little finger to the middle of the index finger underneath the grip as well, exactly the same as the left hand, and put that over the top. That palm of the pad of the hand here is going to, I would say that lifeline there is going to sit at 2 o'clock on your left thumb. And as you close the hand, the thumb is just sat nicely in that little crease there. It's almost as if it was made for it to sit in. And when you are at home, you can just practice this as well. Don't jam the fingers in, just keep them nice and loose, keep the fingers spread, and the thumb is going to sit in there, right in that pad, on that line, and close the hand. Perfect way to practice your grip at home on a daily basis. The right hand position as well will be very similar to the left, where this line between index finger and thumb points up towards your right shoulder. And again, you will see 1 and 2 knuckles on the index finger and the middle finger. So the reference points on both hands are exactly the same. That gives me a grip where both of my hands are exactly neutral and opposing each other. So they're exactly the same and the opposite way. And when you have two forces that are opposite working against each other, you have consolidation of a club face. The most common grip that I see is when this lead hand comes underneath the golf club and the palm points out and the hands go in there. What you'll see there is lots of fingers and no knuckles. This will encourage the forearm to rotate at impact and close the club face to the left hand side, causing hook shots. Not many golfers, but some golfers, and I actually fall into this category as well, will get the hand too far over once you get too comfortable. The forearm can't rotate fast enough and ends up having an open club face, which means the golf club points to the right at impact and the ball goes high and to the right hand side. So really important that you build the grip correctly in order to be able to control the club face. The quality of your grip also has a huge impact on how you can hinge your wrists and also the flexibility in your arms. If you've got your arms twisted at setup and you're trying to rotate, you're going to really struggle, and then we start to create other swing faults based on a very poor grip. And I tell all of my students, the grip is completely static. It happens before you even move your golf club. So there's no speed to it. It is just a point of the swing that you've got to be super conscientious that it's absolutely perfect or close to every single time. So even if you are a scratch golfer watching this video, and I do this now, just practice your grip. Keep on top of that grip because it's the one huge impact, has a huge impact on your golf swing and on your golf ball as well. There's a really good posture video on the channel already as well, so if you want to check that out for your next step after understanding about the grip, please do so. Hit that subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications as well, and I will see you in the next lesson video.